This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Holler. What up, everybody? Welcome to IDM episode 137. Joining you guys on a Saturday night. Special broadcast day this week because I was in Las Vegas, as the Indians call it. We were Las Vegas. I'm your guy Othman, joined by the one and only Christopher Lingbuck. What's up, dog?
Yo, how are you, man? Welcome back.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back. You know, I got a full recap of my trip for you guys, but yeah, it's good to be back, dude. Although it sucks to have to come back to, you know, as JP said when he was on the show, it's transactional. The wives, the, you know, vaginas, they want to be paid back for the time that they spend, that you spend away from them having fun.
Yeah, he said they keep a fun scorecard.
Yeah. So, you know, as soon as I came back, she was like, "All right, I'm gonna go shopping for 5 hours, so you can watch the kids by yourself because you were in Vegas for 3 days." So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, I had to, like Eminem, snap back to reality. But, you know,
Did you get back today?
No, I got back last night. Yeah, I'll get into it. I got some pretty interesting stuff that went down. But how are you, man? How's life?
Life is good. So last week on the Patreon, I forget exactly when we talked about it.
Yeah.
You played a clip of Lily Phillips, the porno star, Lily Phillips. And if you guys aren't familiar with Lily Phillips, she is an OnlyFans model who, to be honest with you, I didn't know her backstory. But Othman played a clip of her having a video chat with her mom and her dad.
Her mom. Yeah.
In your head, pronounce that Lily Phillips because she's British.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of curious because, you know, I thought we had surmised that this clip had come from a documentary. So we looked it up and Othman was like, "Dude, we should both watch the documentary." And I was like, "That's a great idea. It'll give us another chance to do British dick and talk about it some more."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Do you know where the documentary is?" And you go, I think it's on Netflix. And I search Lily Phillips Netflix documentary. Nothing comes up. And then you send me another one. You go, I found this documentary on YouTube. I think maybe that's it, or maybe there's another one. And I said, "Othman, don't worry about it. I got you, bro. I'm gonna watch it for both of us just to be sure." I'm gonna get the lay of the land on this.
I'm gonna watch her OnlyFans videos as well, just to be sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all the homework so I just understand the subject matter.
Yeah,
coming into tonight's show. So I gotta say, it was all based on this stunt, right? Like this is months and months ago that this happened at this point, but Lily Phillips has been in the news a couple of times, and one of them was basically the publicity burst that she did that says she's going to sleep with 100 guys on OnlyFans, which now since then that record has been completely shattered by our fair lady Bonnie Blue, another Brit, which leads me to question, first off, what is going on there in the water in UK?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, what are they teaching their kids over there and across the pond? But
maybe that's where their teeth are so messed up. Like instead of fluoride, they just have cum.
didn't Lily Phillips get the W back though? Didn't she break Bonnie Blue's? Didn't they have a whore off basically for like a span of a couple months?
That's not where my purview's been over this past week, but I will tell you. So it was another British guy who was the documentarian. He did a great job. And honestly,
was his name Nigel?
Something like that. But it was a one camera shot. And the entire time I'm like, we've got a good camera. We should be making documentaries. I've got to learn how to edit videos so that we could just do dumbass documentaries, post them on YouTube, and just take cracks at it. Because this wasn't that complicated what he was doing. It was just, again, one camera, shows up at her penthouse suite in Chelsea.
In like Worcestershire or something like that.
Yeah. In I believe it's pronounced.
Penis began.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix my soundboard that I have up and running again. Go ahead.
Did you just press like 7 buttons at once?
Soundboard buttons. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Hey, give me a quick test real quick on that.
Okay.
Hell yeah, it's working. So guy shows up and he goes, "Hello, Lily. I'm here to film you about you filming with 100 blokes," or whatever they call them over there.
Yeah.
And he immediately starts digging into her life. And he's like, "So what compelled you to take so much spunk at one time?"
Spunk.
And she's like, "Well, you know, I always thought I was going to save myself a marriage, and until the first time I had sex, and then I realized it's not really worth saving for, and I really like sex." So this lady and she's 23 at the time that this is being filmed.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy.
Imagine this. I mean, this girl has parents. She has a family. Like, this is a father's worst nightmare.
Uh-oh. You froze up a little bit. You're back. You're back. Keep going.
So she's just talking about how she was off at university and she started
at uni.
At uni. And she started thinking, like, what if I start an OnlyFans? Okay. And this is exactly what we had talked about. This is exactly what we'd speculated. She said, "Well, I started off posting a few bra shots on IG and a few shots of me in lingerie. And then the expectations from the commenters and the subscribers just kept raising the bar and raising the bar. And before you know it, I'm having sex on camera."
Oh, God, dude.
It is the slippery slope argument. It's exactly what we thought it was. It was the gateway drug of OnlyFans. She just started off posting a couple of bra shots with her big-ass, gigantic British titties.
She has gigantic British titties?
They're pretty big.
Oh, okay. Joseph Kim says, "Do they read chat?" Yeah, we read chat. Yeah, real quick. Some of the dogs in the house, they're chiming in. Romexico said, "Wasn't Bonnie the one that got arrested for going into assisted living and banging the tenants?" Is that the same broad?
I don't know. You can look that up.
I think
But
it sounds about right. I know that she was like banned from Australia because she was gonna go over there and like steal a bunch of 18-year-old boys' virginities. Um,
careful.
I know, right? I know. Oh, Dave Slizla has a great suggestion. He says, "You won't sleep with 100 dudes and do a documentary."
That is IDM to the next level. That is the natural extension. That's clearly where this is going at some point.
Yeah. As Josh M said, a proper shagging. Yeah,
It all starts with just playful little gay jokes from here and there,
Yeah.
and then it's like eventually, all right, guys, seriously, will you sleep with me on camera? It doesn't even have to be on camera. It can just be for ourselves.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Yo, but I do have to bring this up. When we were reviewing the Lily Phillips clip where she's talking to her mom and her dad, you instantly, I don't know if you remember this, the dogs may remember this, your instant reaction was, I'm calling bullshit. This is fake. This is all fake.
Well, no, that's not exactly true.
Okay. All right.
You like to, you kind of do the girl thing where you like reframe history.
Okay, dogs in the chat. You let me know if that's what happened or not. But go ahead.
No, I said this could easily be fake. I said, I'm just asking the question. Do we know that these two camera shots weren't cut and spliced together? Do we know that? I was just asking the question. I didn't say definitively one way or another. In fact, I think by the end of it, I came around to, okay, yeah, this kind of feels real.
I don't know. I don't remember that. But did you get that vibe at all watching this documentary? As if like what you were seeing was not genuine or anything like that.
No, it felt very genuine, very real, to the point that the guy started asking her a bunch of questions like what compelled her to do this, right? Let's get inside the mind of the serial killer, the serial
who? Yeah. Right.
And she kept saying, like, she kept trying to say, nobody believes me when I say this, but I get such a serotonin rush when I'm shugging guys. And I'll tell you another very irritating part about this documentary being on YouTube is every single curse word or anything even remotely related to a curse word was bleeped out. So the guy can maximize his views. And it's just so hard to watch anything that way, especially for 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's also weird that it's weird watching a documentary about like the horror of all horrors, but they can't say 4-letter words. It's also an interesting combination. Is that no, I haven't watched it. I'll probably watch it now since you did, but is this the one where she's like crying after the event to herself because it was such a quote unquote intense experience getting
yeah, I was like kind of just getting to that. That's like the climax of the movie. Pause.
Okay. Yeah.
So stay tuned for part 2 of this review. But she was really pushing this idea that she like has a passion for this, having sex with guys. And it's like, how many times have we heard this?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You're not going to be the cool sports chick. That, she's just like one of the guys. Like,
yeah,
I know this is fake. This is a put on,
right?
Just to make people feel like it's more authentic, more real, right?
Yeah.
For people in. She's painting a fantasy in people's heads. And the guy kept prying, and he was like, I know she keeps saying she enjoys this, but I don't believe her. And then they would cut to her explaining what she loves about sex. And it was almost like she was trying to concoct this thing in real time. Like you could see there's something off about her, even though she's not like your typical damaged porn star. She's not somebody who's been through the ringer of, she got signed up at 18 or 19 years old.
The industry. Yeah.
Right. Working for some studio, and they got her hooked on drugs, and now she's got to keep doing porn to feed that drug fix. She's not that, but yet she still had some very similar parallels in like her thinking. Even though she tried to like make herself seem like she's doing her own thing aside from the industry, which, I do agree with. She is doing that. But she still has some of the same kind of things that they all tend to say. And she seemed sad, like she was putting on a happy face for the cameras.
This is that clip I was talking about of her. Does this look like the same document? Here, let's play it real quick.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest.
I think this is immediately after she shagged, I don't know if it was 100 or 1,000 dudes. I don't know.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard.
Pause.
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like,
see what I'm
it's
saying?
just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
it's not like just having sex with someone.
yeah. Just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, she probably loves her job, clearly, right?
So I think she really built this thing up in her head because she knew she was getting a ton of publicity from it. And there was a point where she shows the guy like her first month on OnlyFans, I guess a couple of years ago. And she had, in her first month, made like 13 grand. And she goes, I don't really want to say what I make now per month, but I'll tell you. And she shows him and he goes, it's like infinitely more than you are even imagining.
Oh, really?
So she must be making a killing. And I think she built up this big event in her head. Like, this is going to be the pinnacle of the high that I get from sex. All the serotonin is going to be rushing to my vagina at the exact same time.
Funny.
Right. And I just, and then as he asks her more questions about like how she's setting it up, this is what I was curious about. Like, what do the mechanics of setting up 100-guy porn shoot look like when you're not even really technically a porn star? You've got no, as you say, industry support. And he's asked her questions about, she shows him on her phone. She goes, yeah, we just sent out the email blast. She shows her phone. It's just scrolling without her help for like minutes on end of just all these horny ass dudes from all over the world applying to bang her, right?
Yeah, a lot of Indian applications.
And the guy goes, so what kind of vetting process do you have? And she goes, oh, well, they have to show me a picture of them holding their ID. And he's like,
Jesus Christ.
Like, is that it? And she goes, well, no, they have to show me a test that shows that they don't have an STD or STI, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
And the guy goes off into his own little corner, does a quick monologue, and he's like, I'm genuinely concerned about her safety.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, do you check any of their criminal background histories? And she's like, well, no, I haven't really thought about that. But surely nobody would go out of their way to just come to my house with a criminal record and have sex with me. And he was like, bitch, are you dumb?
Right. Most of the dudes that do it.
like 99.9% of the 100.
Yeah. That's insane, dude. Oh,
it's pretty good math, Shorts. 99.9% of 100. Stupid.
I'm disappointed that the parents part wasn't or the parent clip wasn't there. I was hoping for more of that, but I don't know. We'll find it. So you haven't finished yet. Yeah. How close are you to finishing it?
I got 10 minutes left. So,
Okay.
I mean, I can finish it during the break and give you the full report on part 2 on the Patreon. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm really having a hard time believing.
mhm.
You know, we talked about this. I'm having a hard time believing she didn't have something weird going on in her childhood. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and her dad looked like a clean cut guy. Her mom looked like a normal lady. I mean, her dad did look a little bit like, what's that guy's name? Keir Steimer.
oh, Keir Steimer, yeah, the actor.
Yeah, but I think no, like the president of UK.
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking of the guy from never mind. Okay, yeah.
Who are you thinking of?
You know that show on Apple TV, the football coach that goes to play football, and fuck, god damn it, dude. Someone on the chat will know. But anyways,
So, I mean,
Ted Lasso.
yeah, I'm not entirely questioning the dad specifically, but wouldn't surprise me. Something weird's going on there, dude.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I mean, usually something has to. Usually, I would agree. I just think that when you throw in the mix of OnlyFans and the ADs, the attention dollars these women are getting, and the money that you're talking about, I mean, it's a different ball game now versus what it was in the 90s, where you're literally fucking just selling your soul for $1,500, to be on some fucking random DVD for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Would you be shocked if, like, when she's like a young teenager, she's her and her dad, her mom's out at work and she's like, Daddy, are we going to make cumsies again?
Oh God, dude.
Like, would it shock you?
I mean, I don't know. That's tough, dude. That's tough.
And the fact that I know they're trying to be like loving, supporting parents on camera.
Yeah.
First off, what are you going to do besides disown her? Second off, you could disown her, but why didn't you? Are you worried she might rat you out for making cumsies?
Where'd you learn that term, making cumsies? I don't know if I'm okay with it.
I'm just trying to figure out what the Brits would say in this scenario.
Oh God, dude. Well, thank you for sacrificing your time and your day and your energy into watching that movie.
Daddy, are we going to play Lock, Stock, and Two Broken Barrels?
Oh God, dude, that's yeah. So
Daddy, can you make the porridge with me tonight?
Oh God, dude.
Before we go to bed like old times.
Oh, we got one of these. We gotta give a shout out to our guy for one of these.
Alert.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
We haven't gotten one of these in a while. Our guy Joseph Kim with the $5 gaygram. I think he meant to add a comment, maybe he forgot to, but if you
we got a whole bunch last week with JP, but we
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so hyper focused that we forgot to read them. My bad.
Yeah. Shouts to the dogs who sent them in. Then, but yeah, shouts to Joseph Kim, man. If this is the same Joseph Kim, I think, then shouts to him. What's up, dog? But yeah. So, you didn't ask, but I'll tell you about my trip to Vegas.
Wait. Are we done with Lily Phillips?
I mean, we can keep going if you want.
All right. So what's going on with Vegas? First off, can you tell me what you were doing there? I know you were going to work with the venerable MMA expert Luke Thomas.
Yes.
What was your actual role?
Well, what had happened was, so since we started doing this political shit, I'm sort of the
good timing, by the way.
Wow, what happened this week?
Nothing. I don't know.
Yeah. I was asking Jessica, I was like, should we talk about this? Should we not talk about the Charlie Kirk thing? We have a rule on the show, no sports, no politics. And she was like, No, don't talk about it, But I do want to say, dude, I have seen a lot of crazy shit on the internet, and we're not going to get into the sports politics of it, especially not the sports part. But I saw it. I found out about him getting Charlie Kirk getting shot on the plane, and I was texting you
On
and
the plane to Vegas.
to Weewa, Las Vegas, and the fucking close up where you can see the blood just pouring out of his neck. I had to get up from my seat and go puke in the bathroom because it was so fucking gnarly. I was like, I can't believe that shit.
Was it the sight of it, or was it like the gravity of the situation that got you?
Well, people are gonna think that I'm like,
Just say what you actually think.
I don't know, man. I think it was a combination because I think it was when I forget who told me, but someone told me that like his kids or his kid was in the tent with him.
Yeah.
And then I saw the fucking just the scene. I've never seen blood. You know what it reminded me of? I mean, this was way worse, but remember growing up, everybody saw that R. Bud Dwyer video, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not
don't move. Everybody's fine. Nobody's in danger. And then he just blasts his own fucking skull off.
And then you see like blood instantly like start fucking leaking out of his nose. And
it's like stuff you would have seen on rotten.com back in the day.
Yeah. And just I don't know. I don't know what it was, man, but it made me sick.
Yeah, I think it was the other part. And I talked to a lot of people about that this week, just friends and from all walks of life, both sides of the aisle. I've always said this: no sports, no politics. But I'm pro sitting down, having a conversation with anybody. I don't particularly enjoy talking politics. That's why we leave it out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm never going to judge somebody for having a different opinion. But I think that's a part of what made Charlie Kirk so normal. Like, and people reacted to this situation saying like, this is just a regular guy who happened to be involved in politics, who made it his mission to, yes, he's trying to sway people towards his side and his opinion, but he's having an open, honest conversation with people. He's not shouting people down. He gives people an opportunity to express their side of in their point of view. And the fact that the guy was murdered for that, it's just hard to process. Like, it's really insane. And you go, this can't be the way, guys. This is not the direction that we want to go down.
Yeah, I mean, I like, as I said, it happened when we were on the plane. So like Luke and I, we were talking, we're like, you got to do a video or reaction for it, like as soon as we can. And
guys, just landed at Vegas airport.
Yeah, basically, I mean, when we got to the hotel, and but his reaction was pretty good. It was basically like anytime there's political violence, it's more of a symptom of like where things are at in your country, and like the fact that this is what's going on, and it's much more commonplace than people want to believe. Like, it's
and it's the Schadenfreude of it that I truly despise. Like, that's the thing that I saw a lot this week that just drives me crazy, because it shouldn't have to take somebody's life to like break us out of this vicious cycle. We can all sit here and do the your team lost today, you suck, you're gay, and then the other side can do it right back the next day. It's like, how do you get out of that vicious cycle that breaks my mind? I go, somebody's got to be the bigger person here and just stop it.
Yeah, dude, seriously. And like, not only it's weird because like people have become so desensitized to this shit that it's just like not even barely a blip. I mean, this was a huge blip on the radar because he's such a famous dude. But like, there was a school shooting that day, the same day, and nobody knows anything about that or cares about it at all. And like, it's just crazy that like we're at a point. I mean, no sports, no politics, guys. I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody or any side of the aisle. I'm just saying it's crazy that like people fucking hate each other this much in this country, that this is like what it's coming to. But anyways, I mean,
I've kind of had to like maybe come to grips with the fact that I've been off on this, but I've thought for a long time that that's not real hatred, that most of it's just like kind of people getting anger out or frustrations out online.
yeah.
But then a guy gets shot because of stuff that he says online, and you go, well, shit, maybe I've been completely wrong. Maybe it is real this whole time. Maybe people are willing to take it to the next level. And then I start thinking like, well, but could it be a generational thing? Kids tend to be, I don't mean actual children, but like teenagers, early 20s tend to be
Gen Zers.
tend to be more emotionally swayed by things that they see and read online. As you get older, you kind of compartmentalize it off into like, that's a different bucket. That's not real life. That's online life. But when you're young and you've got those raging hormones and emotions, I mean, plus, not everybody has the same type of brain. Somebody who might be bipolar or something like that sees this stuff, gets fucking furious every time he sees it 300 days in a row, could just slowly be building a fucking time bomb in his mind. And it's just crazy to think that, it's just crazy to think that we're at a point where people take shit online so seriously, I guess, is the sad part. Now, politics is a weird place to put all that thought too, because it actually does have real life implications on people's real worlds. So on one hand, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's online, separate that, it doesn't matter, it's not real. And on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, but a lot of people are struggling for different reasons. When they see somebody trying to sway people away from their side or their opinion, it could feel very real to them. And maybe real enough to the point where they want to go to that next level. And that's just crazy.
It's also, I mean, dude, I don't know if you were on Twitter the day of. I mean, of course you were, but I think that seeing people's reaction, okay, there's a lot of the rest in piss stuff. There's a lot of people like dancing on his grave the day of. I saw a ranking of like the top 10 days of Twitter, and one of them was the Australian breakdancer. Another one was like the day Joe Biden dropped out of the race, and Charlie Kirk's death was like number 7 on the list, and this was favorited by like 200,000 people. And so like I think when people see shit like that, they're like, damn, they really fucking hate us. You know what I'm saying? Not us. I'm not saying, but I think people see like how they did you hear that? Did you hear Jessica yelling? They see that, and that's stuff that like people weren't exposed to before, like before the days of the internet. They weren't exposed to like getting people's fucking evil thoughts that shouldn't be out there for like the world to review.
It's pretty crazy.
Commonplace. Yeah,
it's pretty crazy to think about. And I mean, just as a father now, it's like you can't go back to your brain before you were a father. I couldn't help but look at it through a father's lens. Like, it's so sad to me to know that, like, he has 2 little kids, I think 1 and 3. The fact that they're going to be asking where their dad is, and their mom's either going to have to make something up or teach them about life and death at such a young age. It's just so sad.
Yeah, that's a really bad bit. Yeah.
And yeah, again, no sports, no politics, but if it were any one of us, I mean, would you want to get shot for expressing your opinions in public? I mean, that's
Bro.
really, it's like a foundational principle of democracy. It really-
Honestly, dude, if our show was more popular, I could see myself getting shot for some of this shit. Like I say on here, you know what I mean? Now I'm just saying it for comedic effect. I think he was saying it more to change people's minds, and but yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking wild. Did you real quick before we move on from this? Let me just go through some of the comments real quick. Let's see. Oh, those are still the Lily Phillips comments. Joseph Kim, I'm betting that we will not find any info on the shooter. Yeah, I mean, they're already finding more info than I thought they would. But yeah, I was worried it was going to be one of those like Stephen Paddock, Mandalay Bay, Vegas shooting bits, or the dude that tried to shoot Trump. Like, who knows anything about
well,
that?
I mean, I've seen enough stuff already. I mean, obviously, thankfully, they caught the guy.
Yeah.
I guess. I suppose I will take that at face value.
Well, the dad turned him in. Fucking Indian ass Cash Patel trying to take credit for, today we will be doing the capturing of the guy who is to be shooting. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Did you hear him say, Charlie, I will be seeing you in the Valhalla. I'm like, dude, there are no 8-arm elephant gods in Valhalla where Charlie Kirk is going. What are you talking about?
So they caught the guy, and yeah, again, his dad turned him in. His dad was like law enforcement in the state of Utah, I guess. And I guess the dude was gonna try to blow his own head off, and his dad like physically restrained him until the police got there. Turns his son in. Now I will say I've seen a lot of memes of what the dad's doing with the reward money that he's getting from but we don't need to go down that road right now.
Dude, I mean, actually, do you think that he got that money? No, right?
I saw one meme where it was like just a brother laying down in the back of his car, and he had just like $100 bills laid out all over his body.
Do you think he do you think he actually got that money? Probably not, right?
I don't know. I mean, if he did, he's probably going to donate it, I'm guessing. But yeah, and I guess the kid, look, no sports or politics. I guess the kid was living with a partner of his. I don't know if they were sexual partners or just very close roommates, but it did happen to be a transgender person.
Oh,
but again, no sports or politics. I'm just stating a fact from what I read. That's neither here nor there. Obviously,
was it one of these guys?
I got a new strap-on harness today.
So anyways, that could be a fake story. Anyways, I fall for fake news all the time. My bad.
But anyways, that's I forget where I was going with that. One more question.
Like, it's so hard to, like, just as normal people. I was in the media for 15 years. Even I struggle with media literacy, determining what's real and what's fake. That's why I'm always skeptical, because I don't want to be made to look like a fool on live YouTube.
Dude, I struggle with fucking just straight up literacy a lot. I can't even read the fucking shout outs, dude. Yo, let me ask you this before we move on from it. Did you have any friends I was texting a couple people about it. Did you have any friends who were like gloating or like, that's what it gets or anything like that?
No, fortunately not. As we all know, you are the company you keep. No, I didn't see any of that. I did see a couple of comments here and there for people going, well, I mean, we've got a serious gun problem in this country. And it's like, okay, can we do that tomorrow? Not today. Like, let's do that another day. Like, let's just sit here and process how fucked up this situation is and the gravity of it. And I had a couple of friends that were like you. They were like, I saw this a number of times from different people saying, dude, my stomach hurts. Like, I feel physically ill. Yeah. So I think a lot of people, and I saw that online too, a lot of people had that similar reaction to you. It was just it's a very heavy situation to mentally process. And it's like, this isn't right. Why is this? What's going on?
Dude, I thought I've gotten a pretty high tolerance for gore. I mean, I listen to Al Gore fucking speeches all the time. No. I but I watch a lot of like horror flicks. I know it's not the same, but and I've seen some pretty gnarly shit on the internet. I was surprised it made me so sick. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was the gravity of the situation. I don't know.
Plus, you were flying at high altitude. That can't be the best place to receive that news.
Yeah, and I may have had like 2 or 3 morning margaritas before the flight. So
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
it could have been a combination of all 3. Who knows?
You know what? Funny enough, so did all my friends that I talked to that also their stomach.
They all had 11 a.m. margaritas from the Rusty Taco.
Dude, I don't know if it's me or the beer talking, but this situation is fucked up. My stomach is nuts.
Yeah, dude, I mean, how can you go to an airport but early in the morning and like Richmond John says, breakfast food booze is the best. Like
Dude,
you gotta.
Just from flying a bunch, I can tell you the worst airport to be caught in that situation is the Charlotte airport, because they're in like the Bible Belt and they've got blue laws to where whatever day of the week I happen to be there, they will not serve beer at the airport bars before like 10 p.m. or 10 a.m.
Ew. What?
Yeah.
What is the point of even being open?
So if you got a 10:15 flight, you are boned.
Damn, dude. That sucks.
But hey, I mean, that's my former self. I'm sober life, hashtag sober life now. So,
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I got some questions about that. But anyways, so let's get back to my Vegas trip. So I went to Vegas because I'm doing this political shit with Luke, and he got booked on this show. This guy named Sean Kelly, who has like 12 million followers on Instagram.
Great reliever for the Nationals too.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, dude, you got to do this show. Cause like I've seen every like political talking head on this show. I was like, this is a good chance to like get you out there. And he's like, all right, cool. And it also like we have a YouTube consultant dude that like helps Luke with all his ads and shit like that. And he wants to be super involved in this new political shit. He used to be the head of PR for the UFC.
Yeah.
His name's Ant Evans and he lives in Vegas. So he was like, let's all go meet each other, and have, gay sex. And so I went with him because I was like, kind of like, the contact for this Sean Kelly show. And, dude, first of all, I had to, I don't make it, I'm still on the prowl for the full-time gig situation. So I was trying to not spend too much money. So I booked a hotel at like the most affordable place that was not super cheap or super ghetto that I could find. And the cheapest place I could find that was tolerable was the Luxor in the one that looks like a pyramid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like $60 a night. I was like, damn, dude.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, damn, Vegas is fucking hard thing, I was like, damn, I gotta but I was kind of excited, I'm an Arab. I was like, I can finally check this place out, and see.
Dude, a casino town in a desert. This is my kind of town.
Yeah. and I'll be honest, dude, I was excited. I'm a mark for fucking like corny ass magic, like and Chris Angel has had a residency there forever. And so that place has kind of always been on my radar because I was like, man, I wonder if I can go check out Chris Angel's show out there. And so I went, checked it out. And I'll like when I told Luke about it, I was like, dude, you should just stay here. It's like $60 a night. He's like, no, he's like, that hotel's pretty nubs. I'm gonna stay somewhere else. I was like, damn, dude, come on. That's what I'm saying. It can't be that bad. I mean,
I'm surprised you didn't pay for your hotel.
He paid for my flight out there.
Okay. All right.
So,
that's good.
But he was right, dude. It is the nubbiest hotel I think I've been in a very long time.
Can I just say it's always been funny to me because Luke he's got the vocabulary of like a fucking rocket scientist, right?
Yeah.
So when he lowers himself to just using random junkies lingo, it's always hilarious to me.
Yeah, I know. It's like to communicate his thoughts to his dumb producer Othello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, it's a very demonstrative position that you're in right there. I would actually wager to say it's a little bit nubbity nubs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And so he warned me, and I was like, it can't be that bad. It's a fucking pyramid. How can a pyramid be that bad, you know? And dude, I like when I went in there, I was like, oh man, I like everything was broken down and raggedy. Like fucking the paint was chipping off the walls and shit. The elevator was like creaking, and you know, um, everything was so run down. And
Did you look out the window and say, I gotta find the shooter?
no, and then the worst part though, dude, is there's no like cool restaurants in there or anything like that. They had one like shitty, it was called like some afternoon deli or something like that. That was basically where I had to have like every single meal I had at that stupid ass fucking deli.
Except it was spelled like New Delhi.
Yeah. Yeah. And then dude, this is the worst part. So this show, if you guys look it up on Instagram, like the dude, it's really just a clip show. Like the dude just sets people up with like he lobs softballs to these guests, and they just say like go on 2-minute spiels about shit, you know, and he posts the clips and they go crazy viral. So I was like, all right, like what do you want to? What the guy was asking me like, what does Luke want to talk about? I sent him like a huge list of things that Luke's comfortable talking about, you know. And he's like, what are some things he's gone viral for in the past? And I'm like, you know, on TikTok, we don't really want to talk a lot of MMA, but, you know, talking about Dana White slapping his wife, that was a good one. Talking about how bad of an actor The Rock is and how he's clearly on steroids. That's a good one. He can shit on The Rock for a really long time. So if you want to talk about that.
He really does hate The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, you know, obviously Israel, Palestine, like all the shit that Luke talks about all the time. Steroids should be legal. And then, and so we go to the show, right? And we get to the guy's studio. It's a crazy setup, but it's just like this one dude runs it by himself, not by himself. He has like some hot, like Russian assistant who like runs the cameras and stuff like that.
This is the Sean Kelly podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do it like the next day. And I didn't want Luke to get in his head. So I didn't tell him like, hey, make sure that you talk about this. Cause I texted him about this. Make sure you talk about, you know what I mean? I didn't want to distract him at all. I just wanted it to be like a free flowing conversation or whatever. So Luke sits down, the guy sits there talking and shit. And the guy's like, I'm going to go get my questions. And then that first set me off. I was like, oh shit, he has questions. Like it's not just like a conversational show, you know? And then, which is unusual, right? I've never been on a podcast or been on a part of a show where it's like, I'm just going to ask you questions. You just answer them. And, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if it was you and I, and we tried to pull that with somebody, like say it was JP.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, hang on a second. Before we proceed, let me go get my questions. The first one would obviously be, why are you gay?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a serious list of questions.
Until we got to the trans stuff. Then we really get into it. Anyway, so I'm like, like Luke's very like he's a very smart dude, but he gets thrown off. I would say he's like he wants to know what he's walking into, you know. And so we didn't really know it was going to be like that. And so I'm like, all right,
Did it
well,
feel like kind of like a gotcha setup? Was he looking out for that?
yeah, well, there's nothing to do. Luke's not like popular enough for the guy to catch him saying some crazy shit and be like, haha, we're gonna expose you. But we wanted to get like the most out of the trip, you know?
Sure.
Like make it a good use of our time. And then so the interview starts and the guy's just going through basically everything that I texted him. Like, so what do you think about that? And Luke is like giving him like surface level responses, like not really getting into it, not really like going into like the super viral conversation that, you know, made these topics go viral when he brought them up. And so I'm like, oh no. Like, this is not going the way I thought it was gonna go. And then, you know, the guy's just fucking line by line, I swear, dude, just asking, all right, so what do you think? How about steroids? Like, how do you feel about steroids? Well,
Were you trying to give him like nonverbal cues, like off camera, like this means get into it.
yeah.
Dig-
Remember that TikTok that got 4 million views? Say that. You
You're
know?
making a shovel with your hands, going dig deeper, dig.
Yeah. Oh my God. And Luke doesn't really like play. He won't play it up for someone just to play. Like, he has to actually like be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't pretend well.
Yeah.
You know, like if he's not into the conversation or the topic, he's not going to be like, oh, well, cameras are on, so let me just fucking say some crazy shit, you know?
Right.
And so the guy's going line by line through the topics, and it's not going the way I thought it was going to go. And then he gets to The Rock. He's like, starts asking about The Rock, and Luke is like, I told this guy Sean, I was like, Luke hates The Rock. He hates his acting. He hates that he screwed over UFC fighters with his stupid ass shoe deal. He hates that he lies about steroids, you know. And the guy brings up
and Luke's like, The Rock is a man of questionable character, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And that's the bottom line.
No, he's like, you know, so what do you think? And he's like, I mean, he's all right. He's got, movies are okay, I guess. And I'm like, no, say something bad. And he's like,
the biggest softball down there.
Yeah, I know, dude. And he's like, so what do you think about like all the weight that he lost? Like, you know, he's like, well, I didn't really see that. What happened? And the guy's like, oh, well, he lost a bunch of weight. Like, and Luke's like, well, I mean, if he did, then that's good. That's good for him. I'm glad he did it. You know,
He'll be healthier for it. He'll live longer. It'll be great.
Yeah, he starts getting into that. He's like, well, I don't care if he takes steroids. I don't care. Don't get me wrong. I don't give a shit if he takes steroids. But Dave Bautista lost a bunch of weight because it's healthier for him. So it's probably better for The Rock to do that. And the guy's like, yeah.
No.
I'm like, no, please God, no. And then he's like, yeah, so what do you think of his movies? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. He had a super viral reel talking about how bad Black Adam was. And Luke's like, oh, his movies are all right. His movies are okay. I mean, I could take him or leave him. And I'm just sitting there like off camera, like my palms are getting sweaty. I'm like, no, dude. And he's like, he literally asked him this. He goes,
I can take him or leave him.
Yeah.
That is like the definitive, no more questions, please.
Yeah. And he literally goes, I mean, the fucking softball of all softball. So what's your favorite The Rock movie? Like, expecting him to be like, I don't have a favorite one. They all fucking suck, you know? And Luke's like, favorite Rock movie. That's a tough one. Oh, how about the one where he starts like going into some random ass The Rock movie. And oh God, dude. And the dude's like, oh yeah, I haven't seen that one. It looks like Othello. What's that movie called? The one where he's doing that. And I wanted to be like, no, say something that you don't like. But I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. And then so like he quickly moved on from the Rock thing. And
did it go like this for every question?
I mean, dude, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, all right. Spider Clam wants to know, is all this because you didn't tell him what he was walking into?
Yes, it is all my fault. I should have been like, hey, but I didn't, to be fair, I didn't know it was going to be a show like this, where I thought it was going to be a conversation,
Yeah.
Where Spider Clamp says, great producing there. Oh yeah, I definitely took a lot of blame after that, and I accepted a lot of blame, but neither of us knew it was going to be like, okay, question A, this thing that you sent me. So how do you feel about it? So
yeah, it feels forced. And so then he's like, he almost has his guard up going, okay, we're just doing this for sound bites.
Yeah.
We just won't give him any, which is like the exact opposite of what you actually want.
Yes, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So trust me, guys. I know it was my fault. I should have been like, hey, Luke, just so you know, this is every single thing that I told him that you might want to be interested in talking about. So make sure to give him what he wants. But also, Luke's not that kind of guy. He's not. If I told him, hey, make sure you say this, he'd be like, well, that's not how I feel about it anymore. Like out of pure principle, he's like, well, I'm not gonna say what this guy wants me to say just to fucking go viral. So,
dude, you must have been panicking so hard in your mind.
I was. I mean,
how long was this from start to finish?
Oh, well, I thought it was going to go an hour. It went like 38 minutes.
Oh no, he cut him short.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I guess Luke cut himself short, but that is awful. Oh, no.
I know, dude. And then as soon as they're done recording, I was like, Luke, I should have told you, man. He wanted you to shit on The Rock because of all your viral clips that you have of you shitting on The Rock. And he was like, oh, my bad. Why don't you fucking tell me that, Othello? I was like, God fucking damn it, dude. And then the guy was like, yeah, man, sorry. I thought you would have gone in on that. And I was like, oh.
Oh, so he acknowledged it did suck.
No, I mean, not The Rock specifically, but not the whole thing. But yeah. So
I mean, more or less, though. He might as well have been talking about the entire thing.
I know, dude. I know.
Did you walk back? Did you like saunter into the room like that, like kind of slow walk with like a half smile that you give sometimes, and you're like, "So that went well, guys."
No, I was sitting in the room with them, like just off camera.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, I was, yeah, dude. And then we left, and Luke's like, I guess there was a button that he hits when something is like when he wants to mark it on the recording just to make sure that they grab it,
Like an F8.
like a viral, yeah. And he's like, I saw him only hit the button one time. And I was like, God damn it, dude.
And that was such a forced F8.
I know.
He's like,
God,
well, I got to hit it at least once. I guess I'll hit
yeah, I can't waste my entire afternoon just on nothing.
it.
So
I gotta see this, dude. You gotta send me that clip afterwards so I can drop it in like the Patreon description or something.
I mean, the guy records every single day, so he has like a backlog of topics. And like, here's an example of like how not natural and forced the conversation was. The Charlie Kirk thing just happened, right? The day before.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk has been a guest on this show.
Okay.
The guy has a relationship with Charlie Kirk. Luke just put out a video that like did really well about it. So like you'd think that would be something that they would get into, but it wasn't, because it wasn't on the list of questions, So like that is like, because I remember going into it, I was like, it sucks that this happened, but it's a good day for you to be on the show. I guess, like, I'm sure people want to hear conversations about this, and it didn't come up once. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So anyways,
dude, that is like the slow moving car crash that you can't stop it, but you know how it's gonna end. Oh,
I know, dude. I wanted to stop them recording and be like, wait, hang on. Let's start this over. Luke, let me just talk to you real quick for like 2 minutes and just show you these. Yeah, dude. So
that's brutal, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I apologize to Luke profusely. I was like, dude, that's my fault. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be that kind of setup. I should have told you, like, but anyways. So,
yeah, maybe if I had been put up in a nicer hotel or something, I would have more time to think about it. But I was just in this nubbity nubs pyramid.
Yeah. So, and then I flew back home, and my wife, God damn it, dude, I gotta get the pictures back on here.
The vagina.
Here we go. Here, my
Vagina.
She gave me the silent treatment the entire way on the way home.
Oh no!
So maybe we'll get into that.
She was like concerned about what you might have done.
No, it might be worse. I don't know. I want to hear what you think about it, but we'll talk about that on the Patreon, of course. Okay. Patreon.com/IDM pod. Tons of other topics to get to. But before we do that, as we do every week, we got to give a shout out to our guys, our dogs, our big time P1s.
It's time for our big time P1 shout out.
Let's give a shout out to this week's Big Time P1. Shout outs to Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis. Shout outs to Brendan Cooney, Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Bustees. Shout outs to Carlos N., Chris Eller, Danny Loudermilk, our guy David Slatt. Shout outs to Don DeMarco, Ernesto Ladon, Craven Moorhead. Shout outs to Iron, Mike Sleep, James M., Jen Montana, bring the ruckus. Shout outs to Johnny Walker, JP Flame, Kevin Leahy, Kevin Smith, Korean John. Shout outs to Chris Stein, Lance Parker, Matt Brodericks, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Peter Rosecrans. Shout outs to Phil J, Reggie, Ron Mexico, our guy, Instagram.com/Brad Paints This. Shout outs to Subby's nipple piercings.
Oh my God.
Again, you guys can tell us to read whatever you want. We're going to read it. Shout outs to Sean Kibler, Steven Snowman, Theo H., William, and Lubomir. Again, that's our $8 tier. You guys can subscribe for 3 times the show on patreon.com/IDM pod for as little as $5 a month. Starting right now. Shout outs to you guys. We love y'all.
Holla, holla, holla. And, of course, as always, let's give a big shout out to our guy, Money Mike, who I felt like we did not, because of our mic or not our Money Mic problems, our microphone problems, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, guys, next time you need yourself a plumber. Look, there's plenty of big business plumbers out there in Northern Virginia. You see their ads on TV all the time. But don't you kind of wonder, am I getting that personal touch? Well, I can promise, if you call our guy Mike Cook at 703-501-1926, he will certainly apply that personal touch to you and your plumbing needs. Mike Cook has owned and operated his small business all over Northern Virginia for the past 20 plus years. Mike Cook is a 3rd-generation plumber. He's licensed and insured with the state of Virginia. That means he knows what the fuck he's doing. You're getting a pro when you call our guy Mike Cook. There's no job that's too big or too small. Give Mike Cook a call at 703-501-1926. And when he picks up the phone, say, "Hey, Mike, by the way, I heard about you on IDM." And he'll go, "Hell yeah, bro. You just got yourself a 10% discount on the bill of work." Shout outs to IDM. Shout outs to Mike Cook, an IDM supporter since day one. If you support Mike Cook's plumbing business, you are supporting IDM. Give Mike Cook a call or reach him at thecliftonplumber.com. He's got a brand new flashy website designed by our guy Othman Boucher, who's sitting right there on that couch. So next time you guys need yourselves a plumber, give our guy Mike Cook a call. 703-501-1926. See you guys on the Patreon.
From the kitchen or your mom to the showers and more, Buddy Mike's the plumber, knocking on